Today's topic is business meetings. We've been talking about communication, presentation, and now we're talking about the business meetings where presentation is like I'm standing here in front of many crowd of people as an audience. So I speak to the crowd, or crowd understand the presenter. Okay? Whereas business meetings, like where you're sitting, you guys face each other to talk to each other to get the job done, is a bit different than presentation. Okay? So I'm going to give you a few principles of how to run a good business meetings, show you some videos, and we'll do some talking, and then we're going to go into some simulations later part of the class. Okay? I'd like you to have a little smile on your face, because when you go into a meeting, okay, you are sending a message. You are the messenger to send a message. If you're like, okay, I'm sitting here, I'm doing nothing, it's a very bad message, or a very bad messenger too. Okay, so smile a little bit, and I'll tell you why you need to smile as we go on. I'll show you the first video. Before I do that, let me run the principles or the tips of good business meeting rituals. There are 6 tips I'm going to share with you today. Let's go over one by one, and I'm going to have you go to the meetings. Can somebody please read aloud few Jisoo, want to take the lead? Can you read the number 1, point number 1?
Purpose, have an objective, a reason why you are having the meeting. What's the result I want from this meeting?
Okay, you guys went through a lot of the brainstorming meetings. Okay, you're used to doing the brainstorming. There are more meeting formats than brainstorming. There are certain types of meetings where you're going to get the job done. As a matter of fact, every single meeting, you want to have the result in mind. What do you want out of the meeting? Otherwise, you may be just wasting your time or everyone's time. Okay? So make sure when you go into a meeting, what do you want from this meeting as a decision or an action? Okay? Point number 1. Point number 2, Jisoo. Many times, people don't even set the ending time. Okay, let's have a meeting, and they just do a meeting without setting the time we should end the meeting with. Okay, that is a very bad way to run a meeting. Without the ending time, you just never know when you're going to end, and it's going to drag along and along and along. A good meeting, effective meetings, you set the time. We're going to finish by this minute, and we finish it. Okay, and then once we have the ending time, we tend to manage our time more effectively. Can we please have attention, please? You guys talking to each other. Can we please? Thank you. Number 3, with the time, let's say we're going to have a meeting for 10 minutes. We're going to have these things done. Okay? The reason why, because number 1 purpose, we want to get the job done, and this is what we need to cover in 10 minutes. Okay? With those framework or the outline or the rules that we agree on, the meeting will become very effective. Number 4, when many of you go into meeting, some of you go blank-minded. Okay, we have a meeting, all right, I'm going to sit down and do nothing. No smile, no eyes sparkling, no thinking in your brain. I'm just sitting there because I am told to sit in the meeting. You might as well just get out of the meeting and do nothing. If you're in the class, because you have to be here at what time? 4 p.m. every Thursday until the semester is over. You're sitting here. Well, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you are wasting your time. If you sit here just because you have to sit here, we're here to serve each other. I am here to serve you. Okay? You're here to serve your peers. If any one of you do not cooperate serving each other, you are becoming one negative factor in this entire setting. Okay? It's not just about you. Okay? What you're doing, you may be blocking others from moving forward. Okay? You're not making any contribution. You're actually making a wrong move in your setting. Let us not do that. This is a class to give you discipline as a professional business executives or business managers. Okay? I know you guys are still students, but you will never be students forever. You will graduate one time, Once you graduate, you'll find your job, business, government, whatever out there. Maybe you will find your own company, become the next a billionaire. Whatever you do, okay? Your professional discipline will go a long way. My job is to serve you to get that discipline done before we finish this entire class, entire semester. And I'm pointing out, because, not because I hate you, I love you all, by the way. I'm pointing it out because it is my job to let you know professional discipline and what we do together is critical, very important. You better get this thing straight now than be pointed after you graduate, after you get a job, after you go into business or whatever you do. That's going to be, detrimental, worse. Okay? Enough said. Number 5. Jisoo?
Focus, stay engaged in the meeting.
I am standing in front and I look at all of you. I don't miss any one of you. If you do not give me your eye contact, I can spot you, one in the back. Can we wake her up? Can we tell her to watch me? Please stay engaged. Okay? Don't hide in the back. Please find other angle to see me. One in the back. She, one in the back. Lady in the back. Can you please find an angle you can see me? Thank you very much. Just like this. I am deeply engaged in this session. I'm not trying to prove anything. Okay? I'm not trying to criticize you. I love you. You're my students. Unless I pinpoint this out, this is important that you need to engage deeply when we have a meeting like this. This is a meeting, by the way. A lecture is also a form of a meeting. I'm here to serve you. You're here to serve each other and serve yourself. Okay? Unless you engage closely and focus, this entire session of interaction becomes a waste of time and energy and everything else. I need to point this out to you. So when you engage, please focus. When you engage, please have the eye contact. You look at something else, you're not looking at me. You're looking at your head. You're not looking at me, you are somewhere else. I hate that. I hate it because, not because it's personally emotional, I hate it because I'm not doing my job to serve you. I need to wake you up so you can stay focused and stay engaged. Have this habit or discipline with you, in you, and you'll be all right. You got 10, 20, 30, 40 years to go when you go into the real world after graduation. Remember what I told you today. Stay engaged, stay focused. When you go into any meeting, either a one-on-one meeting or 1-200, 1-2,000, doesn't matter. Everyone can feel each other. I feel every one of you. If you're distracted, if you don't focus, I can feel it. One's hiding in the back. You don't even see me. Maybe you don't care, but I care. It's my job to wake you up. Okay? And it is your job someday to wake everyone up or get the job done. Unless you know how to do it, you will never be able to do it. Unless you care about it, you will never care about it. You can do Kakao Talks and Facebooks later time. This is not the time for other distractions or any meetings you go into. If you go into a meeting, you do your own thing, a distraction, not only you are wasting your time, wasting everyone's time and their energy, their purpose, their mission. Please do not do that. It hurts you. It will hurt you, by the way, because somebody will not tolerate it once you go into the real world. And here, I give you a little smiley talk. Hey, stop doing that. Please focus. Please stay engaged, because it is important in a meeting. This is a meeting too. Last point.
Leadership. Who's in charge of the meeting? Your job is to make sure that the other 5 principles are followed.
I'll give you an example. For example, I am the leader in this meeting for usually 3 hours every single week. So we set a purpose every single week. This week, we want to get this thing done. Today, we want to get this thing done called Business Meeting Tips and Advice or Discipline. I want to make sure that every one of you understands and have a discipline of, and you, on how to run effective business meetings. That's my purpose. Time, I time myself, I try to time myself very, very meticulously. Okay? Try to finish it on time or earlier so you can have your own free time to move on and everything. And I set the time, beginning of stage, a lecture, or the later part of the lecture, I do different things, as you may notice so far. Agenda, I always have an agenda. Okay? I don't just walk in here and just do whatever I want to say and just walk out and see you next week. I don't do that. I set an agenda. Preparation, obviously, I prepare for the meeting, and I need to know what I need to tell you. Professor Ole and I plan ahead in many things that we throw together. And as you may notice, Professor Ole is focused. And not only I am focused, I have you become very focused and very engaged. Otherwise, I'll be standing here talking what I need to talk and not care about yourself. That's not good. That means I'm not loving you. I need to love you. I need to have you engaged. Otherwise, I am wasting your time as well. Right? And that's what leaders do. Whether it's a lecture, presentation format, or even a very thorough one-on-one or one-to-many business meetings, you need to understand all this. And if you know all this and discipline to do so, you become a very, very effective professional in whatever you do. And you know what? You will get respected. People will respect you once you have this discipline in you. If you go into a beer party at night, you can do anything you want. Okay? You can chit-chat, Kakao Talk, Facebook, even fall asleep. I don't care. No one cares. Okay? But if you're in a meeting, officially, this is an official meeting, by the way. Okay? Doesn't matter whether you're a student or you after graduate become a businessman. It doesn't matter. This is an official meeting that we all agree to engage with. Okay? You guys are not 15-year-old anymore. You guys are legally, probably most of you, adults, responsible adults. Okay? But not disciplined yet, possibly. And my job is to serve you, to have you get disciplined, become more professional individual in whatever you do. And today's meeting, today's agenda on business meeting kind of covers macro perspective of how we should become professionally engaged with some other people that we officially agree to engage. Whether it's a lecture, business meeting, 1-2,000 presentation, doesn't matter. You're talking to the world, you're communicating with the world. Not just you're talking, but you are having the audience listen to you and engaged. And we understand why we do that. We get the job done at the end of the meeting session. All right? Well, I make the mood a little bit more sober, more serious, because this is the way I do it to wake you up, and this is to stress that it is important. At times, I do a joke. I go casuals. But at times, I become very serious because that's probably the effective way to get your attention and have you understand this discipline by heart. What I know is not important. I know this already. I teach this stuff. But what you know becomes more important for me because it is my job to have you know all this by heart. With that in mind, we're going to take a look at some videos and, hopefully you get the discipline. Not just me, you guys.
There are many principles to having effective and successful meetings. I've identified 6 that you can use to make any meeting more effective. Throughout this course, you'll see examples of these 6 principles in action. The first principle is purpose. Each meeting should have a clear purpose. Unfortunately, many of you have experienced meetings that were held simply because someone felt it was a good idea to have a meeting. The principle of purpose suggests that every meeting should have an objective, a reason why you're having the meeting. Before scheduling a meeting and inviting others to attend, first ask yourself this question: what's the result I want from this meeting? As we go through this course, I'll provide guidance on how to make sure every meeting has a purpose. The second principle is time. In other words, how long should the meeting be? There's no hard and fast rule about how long a meeting should be. However, there is a general principle that applies to nearly every meeting, and that principle is, the shorter, the better. Time hates a vacuum. Meetings will almost always take as long or longer than you schedule them to last. Keep your meeting schedule concise and budget less time than you think is necessary. This will force participants to make wise decisions about how to use the time during the meeting. As we go through this course, I'll give you some guidance about how to determine what is an appropriate use of time for your meetings. The third principle is agenda. This principle goes hand in hand with the principle of time. An agenda is simply a step-by-step outline for participants to follow in the meeting. Agendas can help to wrangle unruly meetings that drift aimlessly. I'll provide suggested agendas that you can use for your meetings. We'll also discuss ways to use the agenda so every participant can have a voice in the meeting and participate. The fourth principle is preparation. Preparation is vital to effective meetings. Prior to attending the meeting, every participant should take a few moments to prepare their questions and consider how they can serve others. I'll give you easy tips to make preparation very simple, something that doesn't take more than perhaps a few minutes, but has a big impact on improving meeting effectiveness. The fifth principle is focus. Focused meetings stay true to the stated purpose. Focused meeting participants stay engaged in the meeting. They're listening and attentive, and they avoid multitasking. In this course, I'll provide tips and tools to help meetings and participants stay focused. And the sixth and final principle is leadership. Who's in charge of the meeting? The meeting leader may be an executive, a manager, or a designated meeting facilitator. Regardless of who that person is or what position they hold, every meeting can benefit from having a leader. The leader's job is to make sure that the other 5 effective meeting principles are followed. They help the meeting stay on target toward accomplishing the purpose of the meeting. They help make sure that the meeting begins and ends on time. The leader keeps the meeting on agenda, and the leader helps others prepare for the meeting and stay focused. In summary, the 6 principles are purpose, time, agenda, preparation, focus, and leadership. Everything that I'll share with you in this course is based upon these 6 principles. They form the foundation of effective meetings.
I'm going to show you 3 or 4 more videos, fun videos, and breaking down these principles or the tips in more actual situation format, okay? In a puppeteer kind of video. It looks fun. And once we go through those videos, you'll understand, hopefully, exactly how to run an effective business meetings. After that, what we're going to do, I'm going to tell you in advance today's agenda. We're going to pack up. We're going to pack up everything, and we have 4 teams, right? We're going to have a McKinsey client meeting. I'll write it down a little later, though. McKinsey client meeting, what it is that we have 4 teams. We're going to pack up, and we're going to choose 2 persons from each team to come out from every single team and form a new group. And we repeat the same process, okay? 2 from each team. So we're going to have many other new mix of membership in the team meeting. What we do, when you and others are from same team to represent a consulting job for, say, eBay or BBQ Chicken, because 2 of them are from same group, same team, and 6 others from other distinct group, they are supposed to be the clients on whatever you consult on. I'm going to tell you a little more, but I'm going to have you think in advance. 2 of you, your job is to explain whatever you need to explain to the clients in front of you as a business meeting. Not as a presentation format, but as a business meeting format. Okay? I'll give you the purpose a little later, the time, and the rest is up to you to create a very effective sharing of information, persuasion, and possibly reach an agreement to do or accept certain things that you propose or present. Okay? In a business meeting session, it's called a client meeting. I'll tell you a little more detail, but be prepared to go into a meeting because you're not with your team anymore. 2 of you will be paired to meet with other people who may be hostile to you as well. They are not your team members anymore. They are clients paying you and listening to you and challenge you and possibly, even attack you. Why do you say that type of reaction? You need to make sure that you will present the logical and convincing statement to get your client's heart to your own proposal. Okay, so keep that in mind. I'll show you a few more videos with the same ground in more realistic format. It's a fun video to take a look at, and we go into a simulation of client meeting.
I suppose you're all wondering why I called you here. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I have no idea.
Sometimes you feel like you spend most of your time at work in meetings. How can you decide if you're getting all you need to out of the time spent meeting? Let's go over the 4 functions of meetings. First, identifying problems and solving them.
Our market share is down. We need to introduce a new product. What have we got? Nothing. Not a thing. No product at all.
This is a problem.
Secondly, we meet to generate ideas and share information.
What if our new product was just like our current line, but now it has the refreshing scent of lemon? Great idea, but how do we get the scent from a lemon?
I've got all my citrus-related research right here.
Third reason for meeting, decision making. Face-to-face meetings are the most efficient way for plans to be articulated, points argued, and mutual decision reached.
Gentlemen, is this the scent of the future? I don't know. I think my banana is a better idea.
All in favor of the lemon say aye.
Aye. And the fourth reason to meet is implementing. By gathering key personnel at once, we can clearly assign roles.
Okay, it's Larry's lemon, so he's team leader. Yes. Linda, you're on PR.
The word lemon will be on everyone's lips by the time we launch.
And Deirdre, you'll be in charge of catering.
I'm thinking lemonade refreshments.
Successful meeting!
When considering who to invite to a meeting, use these guidelines. 1. Who has valuable information to share?
We need to have a meeting on the new lemon-scented product line, and I think we need you there.
My lemon knowledge is unparalleled.
2. Who has authority and/or voting rights?
I'm division head of citrus-related products and shiny things.
I'm here to make sure there's enough soda in the fridge.
You're in. Give me a soda?
We're out, sorry.
3. Who will be affected by the outcome of the meeting?
I'm the one who knows where to get the lemons.
I don't even work here. I think I'm lost.
And finally, who will be implementing the outcome of the meeting?
And with the power vested in me, I hereby name you the Lemon Master!
For truth, justice, and tropical citrus.
Now that you know who you're meeting with, you need to determine where you're meeting. Having a bad room can hamper the ability to effectively meet.
Thanks for coming to the meeting, everyone.
I told you, if you wait till the last minute, all the good rooms will be booked up.
If you want to hold an interactive meeting, you'll need the chairs in a circle or semicircle to get everyone to engage with each other.
Let's get a discussion going.
I had some thoughts on sourcing.
Who's talking?
The room should be at a comfortable temperature, otherwise participants will lose focus.
Cold, so cold.
So, what have we decided so far? To burn our chairs for warmth.
The room should be well lit, ideally with sunlight.
It's so dark in here, I can't read my notes.
The room should be free of distractions.
Don't mind me, folks. Say, you guys gonna be a while? I got company coming.
Well, looks like you'll be the chair for the meeting.
I'm not a chair, silly. I'm a puppet.
No, you will be chairing the meeting. Are you aware of what that means you'll be responsible for?
Well, I do, but I'm not sure you do. So tell me, what does chairing a meeting entail?
Nice. Okay, first of all, the ideal chair puppet should be thoroughly prepared, a strong communicator, and have a vested interest in the topic of discussion.
I have all those things and more. What else?
The chair must seamlessly move the meeting along.
And in conclusion, our team is poised to launch a product that will revolutionize how people think of things that smell like lemons.
Thanks. And we should also hear from Deirdre, who's working on the promotion.
The chair should encourage participation from all attendees.
Deirdre, we'd all like to hear what you had to say about packaging. Should the wrapper smell like lemons too?
Well, I've been doing some research on that, and our team feels if the customer gets the smell for free, there's no reason to buy the product.
By Jiminy, you're right. We don't want to give the lemon scent away for free.
And the chair must summarize the options discussed during the meeting as the meeting draws to a close, including pros and cons.
We could go with traditional yellow, which is the color of lemons and therefore familiar to customers, but that might be boring to customers. Or we could change it up and make the product blue, which is fresh, innovative idea, but might confuse some people, driving business away.
Finally, the chair must ensure an orderly meeting with regard to time.
All right, we've got 15 seconds left. Time for the lightning round. Closing thoughts?
Lemons rule.
The time is right to tap the lemon cent market. I plan to buy a house with the money this will make.
That's our time, and we are out of here.
4 teams, a leader and one other who you may choose. Please come to this table, okay, for 2 from each team. Okay, everyone, let's do this. Everyone stand up. Pack everything up. Stand up. All right, listen up. Listen up. Shh. Take a look at the front. Shh. We're going to have a client meeting. Okay? Like I said, either 2 or 3 of you are the consultants when you talk about your own team's entire work. Okay? And the rest will be clients. Not your team, but the clients. For example, you're from eBay team. You'll be presenting eBay's consulting proposal. Everyone else are from eBay, for example. You are the clients listening to the consultant's proposal. Understand the format? Same thing here. We're going to go around because every team has 4 members from each 4 team. We're going to go around the same format, go round and round and round. What we do is the following. The agenda is called consulting proposal meeting. eBay team will be proposing what you have found so far and propose it to the clients. This is it, and have them agree with you, basically. And so what you do as consultants, you present the problem you have identified. You also present the solution you have identified, simply put. And the clients, you will challenge the same. Challenge the problem, solution the consultants present to you. You're going to challenge them. And somebody, please write them down, because we're going to be presenting those information you've shared at the end of the class later on. So far, okay? Everyone understand clearly? All right. You choose your turn. You have every single group has members from each team, 4 teams. You choose your turn. You choose what you want to talk about. You talk to your teammates on what you want to talk about. If you don't know what to talk about, it's your problem, not mine. Okay? You figure it out. You figure out your team's consulting work so far. This is 12th week. You've done it for 3 months for the same issue. You present it to the client, and possibly, hopefully, client agree with you and not challenge you. But your job as clients is to challenge them. I don't understand. I don't agree. I don't like it. Challenge them. Make them feel very uncomfortable. And your job is to defend yourself in each team. Right? A good defense will be earned, not forced. Again, a good defense will be earned, not forced. Okay? Create your logic, create your communication, emotional skills to create friendly atmosphere and earn their heart, not force them. You're going to deploy everything you've learned so far in the 3 months time period and in this business meeting session, and hopefully you become very experienced and disciplined business professional as McKinsey consultants. Got it? Any questions on the format? Good. We're going to run some time, take a break a little later, come back and finish the class, okay? And it is at your will. You decide what to do and how to do it. Time-wise and everything, you will decide. I don't decide. I'll cut it in the middle of the class when I observe everything, but you decide in your own meeting, agenda, time, whatever you do. It is your meeting, not mine. Okay, everyone, go. And please write down the outcomes of the meeting, please. So you're going to be presenting it.